G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of Wineback Wednesday, and today we're delving into the Smidge cellar and tasting the 2018 Houdini Cabernet Sauvignon from McLaren Vale. It's 100% from our own vineyard, estate grown down in Wollonga, the southern part of the Vale, and the name Houdini comes from so the nickname we have for our eldest daughter when she was growing up. Her name's Eliza. We didn't call her Houdini, obviously, but when she was growing up, she was walking at an early age and running shortly after, her knack of disappearing in and around the house or the garden, especially when we were about to go out. So she had a knack of an amazing disappearing act. So it's a down from our own vineyard in Wollonga, and it's a selection of barrels. So when I do a classification of the barrels, so we've just done finished 2023, so probably in December I'll taste all the barrels from this year and then grade them accordingly. It's a bit of a loose classification. It gives me a rough idea of where the barrels are going to go to within this portfolio. Don't actually, I suppose, aim a particular vineyard or a block or a batch at a particular wine within the portfolio, because obviously when the wines do go to barrel, barrels are a natural product, and even if I had put, say, a particular parcel of fruit after it's been pressed into the same barrel, all the same barrels, so the same cooperage, the same age, the same toast level, same forest, everything like that, there will be some subtle variation, because obviously wood being a natural product, there is going to be some subtle variation within each barrel, especially over time. And as well as that, obviously you have a stack of barrels, or on their racks that will have maybe 4 high. So the barrels at the top, they're maybe half a degree warmer up there compared to the bottom of barrels at the bottom of the barrel, even though they sort of get shuffled around the barrel shed over the course of the year. It doesn't happen that often, but obviously that temperature variation is also going to create a bit of influence of variation within the flavour and the profile of the wine. So the Houdini range is sort of the introduction to the portfolio. The wines are very varietal, they're generous, they're easy drinking, and so that's the sort of selection process or criteria that I have when I do my classifications. And then you go up the next step, obviously what this Le Grand Cabernet is the next level up, and those ones are probably more structured and complex compared to the subtle, easy drinking, more softer styles of the wines in the Houdini range. So without further ado, I'll give this a go. So saying that, obviously the wines, or the batches in the Houdini range and in Le Grand can come from the same parcels, or the batches are the same, but obviously it's a barrel selection. So good colour, so nice deep red, and there's a nice sort of lift there. There's sort of a nice herb. Obviously Cabernet Sauvignon and a variety of Sauvignon Blanc. They have a compound in them, especially when the wines are probably picked earlier. The concentration of this compound called methoxypyrazine, that sort of herbal edge that often the Cabernet Sauvignon and Sauvignon Blanc get. They're in both of them. So as you pick it earlier, the concentration is higher, and obviously pick it later, that sort of dissipates and the concentration goes down. But there's a nice element of sort of dried herbs and bay leaves in there. There's some beautiful lifted black currant and creme de cassis sort of notes. And what's this? A nice oak, and the French oak in the background there. And some olives, some nice olive notes as well. Again, quite good acidity, quite tight, very fine tannin profile. It's a nice red fruits coming through, that sort of black currant and sort of violets, sort of some ash tobacco notes as well. So, but really even, long, easy drinking. The beauty of McLaren Vale down here is we have a warmer climate, so Mediterranean obviously, so the tannin profile typically is, as the wines are younger, the wines are typically more approachable, and the tannins are a little bit riper. So obviously you have some wonderful wines of Cabernet Sauvignon coming out of, say, Coonawarra, Margaret River, some parts of Victoria. But these slightly warmer climates. I mean, McLaren Vale is warm, but we have that maritime influence in the afternoon, so the temperature is reduced compared to, say, some more inland regions, where often if it's a hot day, that heat can linger through the afternoon into the evening, whereas down here we do that moderating sea breezes that come through. So we get the best of both worlds in many ways. We have some nice ripening heat, but then also that sort of cooling effect in the afternoon with the sea breezes. So, but yeah, really happy with this wine. Yeah, fresh, juicy, lively. It's a nice balance of herbs, tobacco, olives, red fruits, cassis, bit of ash note through there. Just easy drinking, crowd pleaser, and you can definitely go for a second glass. So thanks for listening. It's the 2018 Houdini McLaren Vale Cabernet Sauvignon from our own vineyard. Thanks for listening. Cheers.